Hello everyone, Namaste. My name is Harsh, and in this video I'll be talking about a new topic which is free lunch myth. So the free lunch myth was put forward by Milton Friedman, who himself was an economist, and he won a Nobel Prize in economics, and he belonged to monetarist school of thought in economics. So the free lunch myth can be defined as a misconception. It is a misconception among general public that the goods and services provided by the government is at nobody's expense. Right? Uh, in other words, it means that there is no cost attached to the goods and services provided by the government. But in reality, the matter of fact is that nothing in this world is free of cost, right? So when you're going to a market, you purchase a good or a service, you pay for it directly, right? But when state, which is the government, provides you any goods and services, for example, they build a road, or they provide ration, or they provide electricity in some cases, you do not pay the government directly. So you think that there is no cost attached to what the government is paying me for free, right? But it is not free at all, right? If the government is providing you something for which you are not paying, it is not free, but you or someone else have paid for it directly or indirectly. Now let's take an example which is currently being debated around in India. So in India, what is happening is that the current government is providing free vaccinations or free vaccinations to all the eligible population, right? And free ration to all the needy ones who have suffered a lot from the pandemic and subsequent lockdowns. But again, as I mentioned, it's a free lunch myth that the vaccinations provided by the government are free or not free. So the myth is that it is free, but the reality is that it is not free. Right? The vaccinations provided by the government is not free. It is being done by at somebody's expense. Now you see with the uh, increasing freebies by the central government of India is coming with parallelly with increase in taxes on certain essential commodities, and one of those commodities is petroleum products, petrol and diesel, right? So this increase in taxes on petroleum products is in turn generating revenue for the government, which is being used for providing free vaccinations and capital investments in the country, right? So the people who are consuming petroleum products, they are paying taxes, they are generating revenue for the government, and thus which is being used for the vaccination. So the free vaccination is actually not free at all, right? It's a myth that it's free. Right? The people who are consuming, who are paying taxes, who are paying increasing taxes on essential goods and services, are actually paying for that free vaccination in reality, right? Another example is a more common one, which is the corporation tax, right? Now, some of the economists argue that the government should not levy taxes on businesses and corporation because eventually it is seen during the uh, course of time and globally that whenever government levies tax on corporation, they carry forward the burden of taxation to employees or the produce or the consumers at the end, right? So even if the government is able to generate revenue from the corporation tax, it is not coming from the businesses, it is not coming from the corporation, but it is the coming from the employees or the consumers, right? So this means that even if the corporation are paying taxes, it is not the corporation itself, but the consumers who have to pay increased prices or employees who have to take decreased wages or salaries. right? So this is how the statement comes out, that it is the ones who signs the check does not necessarily pays the amount. So this is one of the more other examples of free lunch myth. Now, printing money is also a form of taxation, right? Sometimes in time of recession, economists or general public argue that why does not government print more money to create to increase money supply and create you know lucrative position for economy to recover. But printing money is also a form of taxation, which even though generates some benefit, but it also comes at a cost, right? It is not free of cost at all. And I would like you to think upon that how printing money can be a form of taxation and can be, even though printing money can generate benefits for the economy, it will come at a cost, right? It will not be a free of cost at all. So I would like you to brainstorm upon how it can be so. The last example which I want to talk about, which I thought about while researching about this topic, is going to birthday parties, right? When in childhood, when we used to go to birthday parties, uh, we used to crave for the good food, music, dance, and at the end, birthday cake, especially. But that birthday party is also not a free lunch, right? When you're going to a birthday party, you're taking the birthday gift for the boy or a girl, right? For the birthday boy or a girl. So that birthday gift is basically an entry fee or a cost to enjoy that birthday party, that free lunch, right? So all I want to say is that nothing is free in this world. All Milton Friedman actually wanted to say is that nothing is free in this world. Even if you are not paying for it, you must have already paid for it indirectly, or somebody must have paid for it on your behalf, directly or indirectly. So this is all what I wanted to talk about this topic, and I hope you learned something from this video, and keep learning.